Hey everybody, Miss B here. Welcome back to the Joy of Reading Storytime. I've got a book for you today that talks about friends and the power of new adventures. Today we are reading Lost in the Library by Josh Funk, illustrated by Stevie Lewis. Let's jump into Lost in the Library and see what this book is all about. Early one morning, while all New York slept, night was transforming to dawn. Silence filled all of Manhattan, except Fortitude woke with a yawn. Patience! Good morning, he said from his plinth. But Patience was nowhere in sight. He'd entered the library's grand labyrinth where no one was watching last night. Fortitude never abandoned his post, but Patience had not yet returned. As sunlight ascended across the East Coast, Fortitude grew quite concerned. How could he do this? He's never been late. Fortitude leapt on all fours. Lacking all patience, he couldn't just wait and scampered through Astor's hall doors. The ceiling above was 12 elephants tall and dozens of buffalo wide. Patience told stories of rooms like this hall, but it was a new world inside. Okay, so Fortitude and Patience are the lion statues outside of the library. One is missing and he's going to find his friend. Let's see what happens. Twisting and turning, he noticed some stairs. Patience might climb, he supposed. When reaching the top, he was caught unawares. A frolicsome statue posed. Looking for someone? She asked with a grin. Fortitude nodded his head. Patience, my partner, my sidekick, my twin. I really must find him, he said. The Rose main reading room, back to your right. Sometimes he's there, the girl stated. Fortitude thanked her and ran out of sight, hoping his buddy awaited. Over and under the tables and chairs, Fortitude looked high and low. Searching the shelves on the walls up the stairs, Fortitude paced to and fro. After what felt like forever, he ceased. Patience just wasn't around. Fortitude heard someone's voice to the east and eagerly followed the sound. People in portraits that lined every wall whispered and gossiped away. So Fortitude roared out his loudest of all to turn their attention his way. Has anyone noticed a lion like me? He's quiet and peaceful and sweet. A grumpy old man said, No lion but thee. Now please go back out to the street. Exiting gloomily, Fortitude wandered back through the library's maze. Patience, dear Patience, where are you? He pondered while thinking of happier days. In the beginning, young Patience was shy, but Fortitude thought he was rude. Weeks and then months and then years traveled by. Eventually, friendship ensued. Patience told stories of ducklings and moons, of wardrobes and buttons and fun. On cold snowy evenings or hot afternoons, Fortitude cherished each one. Rays from the sun had begun creeping in when water flew out from a sink. A little bronze lion said, Gotcha, I win, and gave him a satisfied wink. The lion said, Wait, you're not Patience. Oh no, the splash, it's a game that we play. Patience? Asked Fortitude. Where did he go? The sunrise is minutes away. Today? Haven't seen him, the lion confessed. But I wouldn't worry, old chap. Perhaps you require some help on your quest. I think what you need is a map. Fortitude scanned every atlas he could before tossing each to the side. Only a library map would do good. Eureka! A visitor's guide. How many hundreds of rooms can exist? Reading the map, he was shocked. Fortitude dashed to the places he's missed, except through the doors that were locked. He searched every floor from the first to the third. Patience just couldn't be found. Fortitude thought, I will not be deterred. What's on this floor? Labeled ground. Fortitude quickly crept down the dark hall and into a jungle of joy, with colorful pictures adorning each wall, a book for each cat, girl, and boy. Fortitude prowled past Sendak and Rylant, Yolan and Pinckney and Bloom. While keeping his footsteps impeccably silent, he heard something in the next room. Patience, said Fortitude. What are you doing? But Patience stood still as a stone. The sun's almost risen. The pigeons are cooing. You've got to get back on your throne. Just one more paragraph, Patience declared. Then something caught Fortitude's eye. There lay the stories that Patience had shared: the monkeys, the pebble, the pie. Patience, did you learn these stories for me? Fortitude asked, but he knew. Patience just nodded and said, well, you see, I love sharing stories with you. The lions returned to their guard on the street, and nobody noticed they'd gone. Fortitude sat in his usual seat, and slowly the day carried on. But something was missing. Though Patience was found, Fortitude still felt the need. Patience, he said, when there's no one around. Tonight, can we sneak in and read? The end. All right, so what did you guys think of Lost in the Library? There were two lions, Patience and Fortitude. Patience was missing, and Fortitude wanted to find him no matter what. He got to explore the library and all of the many things that were happening in the library. He found some new things and some new adventures that he could join in with as he looked for his friend. Now I think it's our turn for some adventuring of our own. That's right, it's activity time.
Before we jump into the activity, let's take our own trip to the library. We're headed to the Central Library in downtown Kansas City. You'll know it when you see the beautiful book display on the parking garage. Come inside while we check out some well-known features along with some hidden gems. Let's start at the top with the rooftop area, good for outdoor games, beautiful scenery, and an inviting place for some quiet or not so quiet reading time. Moving down to the children's section, there's a little something for everyone. Toys and plenty of books, games, and movies to go around. There's even a section tucked off for teens to enjoy. Now, let's head all the way down to the vault. Did you know this library has its own movie theater? That's right, this old bank vault is now a 28-person theater. Come enjoy a free movie every day of the week. Check their website for movie titles and showtimes. Now that we've explored the library, let's talk literacy. Literacy is the ability to read, write, and understand language. It helps us communicate, tell stories, and learn new things. We are going to build our own literacy toolkit. Here are a few items to get you started. Books. Reading helps children learn new words, understand different ideas, and develop imagination. Writing materials. Writing helps enhance vocabulary and expression. It encourages children to create stories and express their thoughts. Labels. Labeling items around the house helps children learn words and recognize how words are built, improving their vocabulary. Printed recipes. Following a recipe encourages reading comprehension and sequencing skills while also making cooking fun. And audiobooks. Listening to stories helps develop listening skills and comprehension while engaging children with reading in a new way. After the hunt, ask students to pick one treasure and explain to their family why it is important for literacy. This engages their comprehension skills as they have to think critically about what they found. Happy hunting!
Now it's time to say goodbye. See you later, alligator. Bye-bye, dragonfly. Take care, polar bear. Gotta go, buffalo. Good wishes, little fishes.